Okay, is that it running? I think I got it working. Here we go. I think it's got it working. Okay. Hello. Sorry, I had to take some time to get used to my new controllers that I ordered. Best way to describe them, they're Gen 2 HP Revive controllers. And they essentially just look a bit... If you look them up, they just essentially look like a bit like... they look a bit like the Quest ones, but... They work perfectly with this particular headset, so... Yeah. And I think they work really well. It took me a while to get used to using them because the other ones use essentially they used a trackpad instead of buttons, which most of them now use, because each of the controllers have 2 buttons instead of the trackpad, and those buttons do things like open menus and all that. You got to get used to which ones do what, and also the controllers are a bit differently mapped out with the triggers. So the smaller underside triggers are actually the grabbing triggers, and the front ones are more like the one you use to use that item. So say I pick up if I can get close enough without there we go. Such as this. A pen. Obviously my eyes, because I'm going to have to figure out how to get a binding that changes that, but oh well. I can able to do that. It changes the controls a little bit. So I have to get used to those. But I'd say after about a few weeks of playing, I'll become just like riding a bicycle. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Just getting used to the controllers. That's what I've been waiting for, is these new controllers. And they're alright. I will have to obviously look at bindings so that it doesn't affect the facial expressions. I'm sure there's a way of doing that. So that it doesn't change your face's expressions when I go to grab something or hold on to something. Because, I go to grab the camera, like this, and my eyes stay closed. Yeah, so that being the only real thing I have to, look at. But honestly, they work alright. They're much better in terms of comfort. They're really comfortable controllers. They sit nicely in the palm of my hands. The triggers are nicely positioned for my fingers. Overall, good controllers. I'm not obviously sponsored by anyone, but yeah. I'm just doing my own thing. Yeah. Not easy finding new controllers sometimes because, well, everyone wants to get their hands on VR these days because a lot of people play it. But luckily I found a website that was selling local. It only took about a week at most, and I have them. So, yeah. I'm doing alright. I'm going to see who else is online. Once I remember the buttons, there we go. It was the B button that does stuff. Yeah. See if anyone's online. Obviously, some friends probably don't want to be on stream. But that's all good with them. I'm fine with that. Everyone wants their privacy. But I do know some of them do enjoy being on the streams. He's in a public world. I don't feel like going there because, well, those get a little bit rowdy. That's the best way to put it. but some people don't mind that. And let's see here. Not really many other people online. I was hoping. Who was it? I was hoping one of the other fluffs that I know who doesn't mind being in the stream would be on, but he's probably doing something else. Oh well. But yeah. And also thank you to everyone who has been watching my shorts lately. I really do appreciate it. Got about 1,000 views on the last one, and it kind of is amazing. Yeah, I will continue making those. People are enjoying them, so might as well. I will be obviously releasing another video, more longer style thing, where I go into something called EFTs. They're completely different to NFTs by every stretch of the imagination, as they essentially go against everything that NFTs stand for. Yeah, and honestly, a really good idea. Some of the art that's used in these actually looks really nice, in my opinion at least. And there's lots of different styles, so it's like you can always take your pick of whatever ones you so choose to. Yeah. But I'm doing alright. Yeah. But yeah, the where I'm at, the Luminous Ledge, they've done a few updates here. It looks amazing. So they recently updated this place to have a hidden area that some people may or may not know about. Whee! Yeah. So down beside me is this hatch. And for a long time, that was just a hatch. You couldn't go in there, or there was nothing on the other side of it. But now there is. Now you can go down it. And yeah. And this has to be one of my favorite things. Let me show you. That's a floppy disk. And there's a floppy disk. Insert disk here. Looks amazing. I love the big dome. It looks like it's like copper. It's really nice. So there's a timer there, and this. Insert floppy disk containing access code to unlock. That's actually kind of cool. They're using a floppy disk as a key, essentially. I can't read fancy text. And just goes into... there we go. It's an old school style computer. It takes floppies. And there we go. System operating in automatic mode. Enter code which space to switch to manual mode. Next, automatic discharge in something time. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, I've had a good look around this world. Yeah. if anyone is on VR chat and wishes to join me, yeah. If you're already a friend with me, of course, because I can already see people trying to take advantage of that. Very careful who I invite, because sometimes you'll get people that'll do some silly stuff. Yeah. You just gotta be careful. But if I get to know you while not streaming, I'm glad to allow people onto the stream. The only thing I want, just be nice and respectful. That's all. That's all I ask. Because I know other streamers out there ask for money to be in their streams, and I find it kind of contradictory. I'd rather have people be around the streams. If they want to come, they shouldn't have to pay. I feel like I'd almost want to pay people to be on them. But I don't really have that money, unfortunately. Because, well, it's not cheap. To be able to do that sort of stuff at the moment, at least. But yeah. Yeah. I just feel like paywalling stuff is like that's kind of like I understand it, but at the same time I'm just kind of against it because I feel it could be taken advantage of. That's all. Where's the dragon at? I do have it. I just thought I'd be this today. Yeah. But I hope you're having a brilliant day nonetheless. Yeah. I'm in a world they recently updated, and they made a quite amazing little thing they actually have. This entire area is been added to this. So if you've been on VR chat, well, you may not have, but I understand. Yes, it's a raptor. You're cute. Wait a minute, I'll be able to show you a good. Just a moment. I'll just anchor the camera here. Anchor world. There you go. It's an adorable raptor. Meh. And set it as default. There we go. So, yeah. VR is a very interesting thing in my opinion. It has its quirks, its ups and downs. But once you get used to it, it's actually quite useful. It's quite just a good way to take my mind off of everything. Yes, it is. That may be half the reason why I like this model. Honestly, it's pretty cool. And it's really cute. Yeah. Yeah. There's some pretty cool worlds out there. Some of them I can't stream because they have copyrighted music. That not being the main problem, but yeah. This world's nice though. Just turned off the copyrighted music just as I started streaming. Got to make sure to do that if you're starting to stream on VR, because some people do use it, and I don't know if they're supposed to or not. It's like, better safe than sorry. Yeah, because I don't know who made that music and how willingly are they allowed to have their music streamed onto someone's stream. So I just try to respect, guys. Yeah. Hello, PDF. Grills, I hope you're having a brilliant day. Yeah. I'm doing good. That makes a heap of humming noise. But yeah, this place has a whole lot of lore in it, so if you ever do come onto VR chat, Yeah. Facepalm. Meh. Yeah. I find a whole bunch of cool stuff. Sorry, I don't. I'm gonna be very polite and say this. I don't speak Spanish. Sorry. Um, if you do know any English, that's the best way to talk to me. I'm sorry I can't understand you. But I do hope you're having a brilliant day. And yeah. Sounds like the back rooms. That's because, just a moment. Those things there make a humming noise. But if we go to the surface, looks pretty beautiful up here. I do know what the back rooms are. They're like a copy pasta creepy story. You end up in a dimension with no way out kind of thing. Yeah, pretty basic. Eh. Oh. Oh, where's that? There we go. Getting the camera level. There we go. That's close enough. Yeah. Snoot. Meh. But yeah, I've been doing good. Meh. And I hope you've been enjoying the shorts that I've been making. And yeah. There we go. Just put it back a little distance so it's got a little bit more of a nicer view. Here we go. But yeah, I've been having a good time today, and yeah, it's been 50-50 lately. Like, you know, you go through a rough patch every so often in life. You just gotta push through it. And yeah. I hope you've been having a brilliant day. Death thing, if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah. But yeah. You know something interesting? A lot of these worlds that I've been finding have all been made by furries. This one's made by Avalis, to be precise. Hecking adorable. And yeah. If you're wondering why I'm bringing my hand up like this, so you can't obviously see it in the camera video and in the video from the stream end, but for me, what I can see is the actual a screen essentially, like a little window that allows me to see the chat, and I just have to put my face up really close to it because this headset doesn't have the highest resolution. It's a pretty cheap headset, so you get what you pay for. Just kidding. Oh, okay. I'm alright. Yeah. But yeah, I understand. If we all go through a rough day, if anything. But, it's a bad day, not a bad life. Yeah. Now, wrong way. There we go. Controllers were going a little funny, but Oh, that's why. That's weird. Okay. Blah. Found something. Whee! Snuggles. It's a plush. Yeah. Oh yeah, that does happen when I move. If I was to get this model, I would need to modify a few things, or get someone to modify them. One of those things being the animations for the snout be a little less flimsy, a little less rubber chicken is the best way to put it, so that it's a little bit more. Well, yeah, not this. Like maybe have a toggle so you can turn it on and off, so that those dynamic bones or whatever it is um, are on when you want them to be, but are off when you don't want them. So when you're moving around a heap, like I do quite often, they're not doing this. That, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, cute. That's adorable. Yay. Hmm. Cute plush dragon. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh, wait a minute. Those are the seats on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. Like, honestly, I find some pretty cool stuff sometimes people do. Like, I see some pretty cool avatars people make. Like, honestly, this one's amazing. But unfortunately, I just don't have the money to afford to buy a new model at the moment. Um, yeah. Obviously, I just purchased new controllers. And these controllers honestly are okay. They're a lot more comfier than the previous controllers, so I can use these for a long period of time, even though they weigh a little bit. I've gotten used to the weight of these PC VR controllers, which are a little bit more heavier because they use two batteries instead of one for the standalone controllers. They're honestly really nice. Oh, there we go. Aww, that's so sweet. 5 foot. Wow, that'd be a lot to snuggle. It must be really nice when you go to bed. You can just snuggle it. But yeah, I do want to get myself a couple plushies at some point because that'd be hecking adorable to snuggle with. Because I like to snuggle around like when I'm sleeping and all that. And yeah. But I honestly find some pretty cool stuff that people make, like fursuit stuff and all that. Yeah. I may end up playing some Borderlands at some point if I can get it to work. Borderlands 2. It's a VR game that I've got. I've been playing it a little bit on my own. I may have to. I'll have to take a look into what I can do. I'll probably silence the music tracks on there just because they may get copyright claims, and dealing with that stuff is, for any creator, is just, not pleasant. And, it ain't bad music, but I'd rather be able to just concentrate on playing the game anyways. Yeah. Yeah. But obviously that may be something for another time. I honestly do enjoy playing the game. Looks like the reflection in the eyes is animated. It is, yes. Someone actually must have done some amazing amount of work on this avatar. Yeah. So when I'm doing like VR chat stuff, there's all these kinds of little like toggles and things you can turn on and off. Like for instance, I can do this hat. A cleaver for some reason. No clue why. Just cleaver. There we go. Don't know why there. Just for whatever reason. Just prop. Hello here everyone. Hope you're doing good. Oh yeah. Well, that's cool. Back. But yeah, you can change all kinds of things on this avatar. Emissions, color, shape, tongue. Yeah. It goes into some stuff that's, yeah. I can imagine, because some avatars have some pretty crazy toggles. Some of them are a little bit too much for me, in my opinion. But some of them are more, yeah. Got new controllers, so that's good. You have a proto. Oh, cool. I've got a couple of them too. Like for instance, where's the one that I normally use? I've got like 2 or 3 of them. There it is. And there we go. Proto. I just got it. There we go. Get this down here. There we go. And yeah, pretty cool. It's orange. Wait. Oh no, it's because of the flame color. Because the fire has an emission color from this. Well, the crystals that are supposedly fire produce an orange. That's pretty cool. They produce an orange colored light, but the second they go over to somewhere that's got white light, there we go. The emissions go from that to the actual color of the, yeah. That's the same one, lol. Made your one blue and purple. Oh, cool. Yeah, I use these avatars quite often. Because it technically is supposed to be compatible for standalone VR users, but I don't know what part of it is compatible and what may not be. But yeah, you can change the color on this avatar, and I set it to green, as obvious. Yeah, I went with this kind of monochrome green color. I've also got a dragon. Just a moment. Yep, that menu there. Avatars. I don't get to use this one often, because you're going to see why. I'm going to set the camera over here. About here. Rotate it. world. Yeah. Okay, this is a good enough spot. Avatars. It's a fairly large one, being the main reason why I don't use this one in public worlds, because obviously it will just blot everything out for other people. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, occasional tracking issue, but yeah. Yeah. There's definitely a feeling when you look out at your hand and you see it's a giant wing. There's nothing quite like it. Yeah. You've got a rubber something. I can't even pronounce that, nor am I going to try. Where's the camera? There's the. Here we go. Come here, you. Typical. Let me just default, and there we go. Sometimes it's easier just to do this for me, and then if only you could do this in real life. Yeah. Everything looks so much smaller. Yeah. And honestly, this is awesome. Definitely, something some people have yet to understand is for like VR users. Some of us experience something called phantom touch. So someone comes up and gently touches us somewhere. Some of us can actually feel it. For me, I get it like right here, like right along the bridge of the nose, and yeah, kind of interesting, honestly. Yeah. And some of the avatars that I have are designed especially for this. So I do have a a Rexonian that has a visible snout that I can see when I'm using the avatar. There we go. Just let me bring the camera into a bit more of a better position. There we go. But yeah. So this avatar, I can actually see, like from my point of view, I can actually see the avatar's snout. Maybe I can actually just show you that. So I'll show you a point of view from what I'm seeing. So close. You should be able to see this. Maybe not. Oh, there you go. You might be able to. But you should be able to see my snout. I don't know, because obviously VR chat, when it comes to capturing the game itself, or through VR chat pass through or whatever, it's a little difficult. Oh, there we go. But for what I can see is the snout itself, and it's like if you were looking over your the tip of your nose, essentially. But it's yeah, yeah, it's barely visible on now. I just noticed it through the playback on YouTube. Then, sorry guys, it's just one of those things that's hard to capture. But the bestest way to describe it is what I can see is the actual yeah. Yeah, getting VR games to properly capture is not easy. Mainly because just um, the VR headset, it's actually described like when I go to like capture it in Discord, it actually comes up as a display of its own. The headset's actually two different displays that are inside the actual headset. There's two screens inside this that are split. Yeah, snoot cam. Yeah. Um, Honestly, it's pretty cool. And this avatar, the ears, they're floppy. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the avatars that I found was really cool and pretty interesting. But I do have another dragon avatar that I may get this one as an actual avatar if I can find it at some point. Eh. Meh. And yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I honestly find, like, for instance, I find some pretty weird avatars, but, like, the ones that I've been liking are these ones, like, they just look cute. Yeah. And, yeah. For anyone wondering who's been watching, I am going to be making more shorts, various ones at some point, but I do have some more bigger videos coming up too. One which is going to be helping, essentially helping artists kind of push back against these silly NFT nonsense by essentially making something the equivalent of an NFT but free and open and a lot more better for the environment for what I've heard. So I can be a noodle. Guess what? Actually, there is one even better than this if you want a noodle drag. Just a moment. I'll put the camera back here. World anchor. And stand here. Avatars. Here we go. There you go. Yeah. This one's one that I found was quite cool. D. But this one's actually the actual one that's actually like a closest thing to that, and yeah, yeah, it's a public avatar as well. So if you're ever in an instance with me, I normally just have public cloning turned on. So any public avatar that I have in my possession, feel free to clone it. Heck, there's yeah. Just kidding, lol. And yes, you're adorable too. Boop. Boop boop boop. But yeah, these types of avatars are pretty cool. Yeah, gotta get used to the controls for the the expressions. So like I doing there, I go like this and all that. I'm sure like holding certain buttons does certain things and all that. But yeah. I'm playing Wii bowling. Oh, cool. Yeah. But you got like an old school Wii unit? That's pretty cool. That is becoming a bit of a retro thing. I'd hold on to that. Yeah. If you're doing like I could see you doing some sort of bowling on VR chat because with all the like stuff that VR chat now has, you can be able to pick up things and all that. So you can be able to pick up a ball, like a bowling ball, and swing and roll it down a track towards the ball to that. I actually think I actually have seen an actual bowling alley in VR chat. Pretty cool. But I don't remember what it was called, unfortunately. But I do remember there being one. And it wasn't playable in terms of easy, but I guess if you really got good at it, you may be able to hit a few strikes. Hit a few balls into the pins. I love that sound that bowling pins make when they hit when you get them all in one big go. Yeah. How did I do that last time? There we go. Show. Yeah. Cheeky. Sassy baka. Whee! Have to duck as I go through doors. Yeah. But yeah, there's a nice little room in here. And yeah. They added this recently to the Luminous Ledge. It's essentially a world that's, as I think I've said before, made by Avali's, or the Avali Discord server. Pretty cool place. And Avali's, they're pretty cool. Yeah. Me. Floofy Drake. But yeah, I have lots of other avatars like that. Oh, I do actually have an Avali. Yeah. Short. Yeah. Actually suits this world perfectly. The height. It's actually. Huh? How about that? The height's actually perfectly matches the world height. That's cool. Meh. But this avatar has quite a few things on it. Expressions. Puppet menu. There's taunts. Oh god, I'm not going to play any of those just in case. Weapons. It's got a pulse SMG. How do I use it? Okay, I guess I can't. I thought I could. I used it in the last avatar that I had. I'm gonna have to figure it out because these controllers do need to probably. I do need to customize the driver for them so that they're a little bit more functional. You'll have to join me in a public lobby, in a lobby sometime when I'm not doing streaming. But I will after the stream if I'm feeling up for it, which will be in a couple hours at most. Oh, that. I gotta go to the menu here. Oh, I've got to hold both the triggers at the same time. That's why I've got to do. Actually, let me... rotate camera. Let's go. Oof. flash warning, I think. Hello, combo music. I hope you're having a brilliant day. Oops. That happened. Just a moment. Don't know how I did that. Probably pressed on the wrong key. And sorry, something just I just accidentally chose to setting on my controllers that did something funny. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, Combo. I'm just playing around with an avatar that I got recently. It's got a SMG. Oh, I should probably not do that just in case anyone has issues with flashing stuff. Now that I think about it. Whoops. Oh well, let's reset everything. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, this is a pretty cool avatar. I really do love the way that Avali wings always look. They're quite cool. They actually managed to have like that. All the feathers are actually like separate from each other. They actually like their own texture. Each one is. World. There we go. You can see their own thing. And gosh, they're amazing. There's the camera. Made it a lot smaller recently. I wonder if that was just an update or me by going through the settings. Who knows? But yeah, there you go. Yeah, they look amazing. Pretty cool, yes. Like, I think this is a pretty cool avatar. It's a public one too, so it's like if you want to, use it, it's always there. I don't know if it's like there's a problem a lot of the avatars I get. The people that have allowed me to clone them, so finding the world they're from is always going to be a little difficult if there is one. Because sometimes people just have public avatars, but they don't have a world where you can get them from. Avatar for VR chat's been done for a while, but I've gone from your server, redesign my to a more smoother art style on Dreams, but haven't 3D modeled it yet. I could take the blocky, low quality, poly art style and set that as the Quest avatar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with the Quests, is they just don't have the capability of being able to run them. Or something like that. I don't know if it's that or they haven't bothered to make the VR chat version for the Quest properly run with that, and it's just, yeah. There's a lot of things. One of my friends said it's actually the client end doing it, and then one of the other friends said it's just the hardware. And I honestly think it is the hardware, because these things do not have a lot of processing room. They're using the same chips that are used in a lot of mobile phones. But yeah, if you can get it to work even on PC, that's pretty good enough as it is. But if you want to make one compatible, go for it. It's a lot of work, but if you feel that you want to go that far, go for it, man. Honestly, all that to you, man. Yeah. Perfection is an art, one of both patience and one of both, well, a lot of hard work. Yeah, Snapdragon processors. One of my phone uses one. Not bad. Like, if you're just using them for what they're intended for, which is just running as a phone or lightweight computer, they're perfectly capable of it. But when it comes to things like Quest and all that, like running as a VR headset, then I think they're quite limited. If I was to make a standalone headset, the headset itself would just be the monitor, and then it would have a cable both for the power and data. that goes to a small pack that's either strapped to your side or onto your back somewhere. And it would just be passively cooled with a battery pack section and a power section. And with the battery pack section and a small computer. The equivalent of a lightweight laptop computer almost. But it would definitely be able to run VR chat if I was to make something like that, as if it was on a PC. If I ever had something like that. And the idea of having a separate PC module is if something goes wrong with either parts, you can be able to go, oh, the headset's dead, but the battery and computer unit are still usable. So you can be able to just buy a new headset and plug it in. Yeah. Can you see images through the monitor on your setup, or do you just shoot, or do you just not trust links the PC through the reason? Huh? Can you see images through monitor on your setup? So video-wise, the video output for VR chat, I can see that on my desktop. So I actually capture it on my desktop using OBS. And app. I don't know. So with the standalone headsets, I'm not too much sure, but if I was to have one built, like if I was to have something built like that, you would have your VR headsets output and then a display output for a computer monitor, if you wanted to. But I only prefer PC VR because it's just a lot more better overall. It's cheaper too if you get a second-hand headset. So, for instance, the headset I got recently was only $200 New Zealand. The controllers, they're about $200 as well. So, $400 all up, New Zealand dollars. Considering the headset was second-hand and was in perfect condition, only a few small nicks and dings on the actual plastic, it's pretty good. And it came with everything it needed other than the controllers. I have heard of people managing to do it, but you do need a PC still. So what they do is they actually use the phone screen as a monitor. And the computer is used as the computer for all the, But yeah, you get one of the actual phone holders for the actual VR. And then you have to look... I'd have to look into it, but you can use your phone to do it, but it's not easy. Would I recommend it? If you have the money to afford a second-hand PC VR headset, and you've got a graphics card that can do VR, probably not. But if you really, really, really wanted to do this, you just need a really good computer. Yeah, but it is possible. It's just, you need to put a lot of effort in, and I think you still need controllers. I think you need either an Xbox controller that you can plug directly into your computer, or you need a set of controllers, actual VR controllers. But, yeah, there have been people who have managed to even use PlayStation VR headsets on their systems. Although they're a little bit different to using them than a standard VR headset, people have managed. And if you manage to get those working as actual VR headset, then congrats to you. Yeah. So PlayStation did make a VR headset, but it's not like, you can't run Quest on a PlayStation, just to let you know. So don't just go out and buy a PlayStation, expect to play VR chat, because, yeah. But the headset itself, the part that you'll be able to use, you get a special bunch of adapters and all that. Been trying to use ShadowCloud desktop, can't connect the USB, perhaps for some reason. Is it a USB Type-C or is it USB micro? And also the processing power of your phone and all that, and yeah, it can play a part. But if you can get it to run, it'll be interesting. I think PCVR it's going to have more support. Yes, PCVR is going to have has a lot more support than the standalone headsets, because they tend to be a little bit more easy to use, and when there is problems with them, they're normally a little bit more easier to fix sometimes. So, for instance, I was having an issue yesterday with my new controllers and a few other things, and yeah, is a cloud gaming PC. So, cloud gaming is not really worth it. I'm just going to be pretty frank with you. So, for instance, I do a lot of PC gaming and all that. So, latency, if you know what that is, it's where... Think of it like a delay between me putting a signal into the computer or whatever and it happening. So, say I press the jump button. I expect that to happen within pretty much almost exact same time that I press that button. So, for instance, if the computer that I put the signal into is a very, very, very far distance away from when I put the signal in, say I press the controller now, and then it goes, then I jump. That would not be good if you were playing a competitive game. Can't handle direct connection smoothly with my Quest. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what type of computer you have, but if it's capable of doing desktop VR, then you got that as an option. But then you got standalone as well, so at least you got that. But I just don't trust cloud gaming for a lot of reasons, and it's just a whole bunch of things. And honestly, once you got the hardware, you got that hardware. You can use it for a lot more stuff than just gaming. Comes very handy when you got yourself a really powerful graphics card, so you can do video editing and all that, but also other stuff with it. It's a good card though. Is it like shutting off when you try to plug in the headset to your computer, or if you're wirelessly doing it? I know there's two different methods. You can do it wirelessly, and then you can do it through a Type-C cable that plugs into your computer. And it could also be heating. Yeah. But yeah, Herobrine, if you're looking at doing VR, I always recommend a direct connection, like a cable, direct cable PC VR headset. Kind of like one I'm using. I can always send you some pictures of it later on. But they're a little bit more reliable. They don't have to be charged. The only thing they actually have to charge, the batteries for the controllers. And I can have a set of those. Like, I have 2 sets of batteries for my controllers. Yeah. It lags. Odd. So, you're using a cable or a wireless signal? Because if you're using a wireless signal, I can see why then. If not, then maybe something's wrong with the computer. I'm not too sure. Also had to get an adapter. Is it a Type-C to Type-A adapter? Because if it is, maybe that's why, depending on how good the quality is. Because I do have a Type-C adapter, and it's just a cheap one, and it kind of... Oh, a cable. Yeah, the link cables. That's what I've heard a lot of people having issues with. Even like the genuine ones. Yeah. I don't know much about those because I kind of stuck away from... Oh, there we go. I kind of stuck away from anything the Quest stuff originally because of Facebook, but also because of all the issues that it has. For the most part, the only issue that I had earlier was actually getting the controllers to pair. You just pair these like if you were to pair a Bluetooth speaker, I found out. And then you just got to wave them in front of the headset, and eventually they pick it up and go, oh, controllers. Yeah. Brought the Quest from a friend. Oh, okay. So you probably got a decent deal on it. Yeah. 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 I would recommend when you got the money to, like saving up and all that, and you got yourself a decent... If you've got yourself a decent gaming PC that can do VR, like you'd be able to figure out the... I'd go above minimal specs, because those always kind of tend to be pretty trash. Had to use my friends. But yeah, if you can get yourself some better hardware, you'll probably be able to run VR chat quite smoothly when it comes to the more PC side of things. Yeah. Could not pair with my phone. Yeah, that's the other issue with standalone headsets. If you need some sort of an app for them and wireless stuff, it always tends to have issues. I prefer... brought the PC secondhand as well, though. Nothing wrong with a secondhand PC as long as it's, working and... Yeah. And when you want to, you can always upgrade the parts on that. So you can always get better power supplies and all that. As long as you know what you're doing and how to plug it all in and all that, then all good. If you don't, then I'm sure there's people around you could probably get to take a look at it. I'm going to go then... No, vote. Yeah. Hey, real quick here, Brian. If you do send me a friend request, I'll be able to later on when you're online at some point try and invite you when I'm not on streaming. No, you don't have to buy a new PC. You can just buy parts. And they don't even have to be new. Like, they just have to be in working order. So, yeah. And if you're making your own money, bud, and as long as you're paying for paying for all that, like, all your responsibilities, you're paying for your bills or rent and all that, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Even at my age, I'll put it this way with you. I'm going to be frank. You don't need to give a care what people say or what you spend your money on. I spent my money on a fursuit. Not $10,000. That's a bit too much, obviously. I spent over $1,000 on a fursuit quite some time ago. And some people that I know were a little bit, but they can't do anything once it's spent. They can, they can't just refund a fursuit. Good luck with that. Okay, sent you a request. Let's see. Did you... May take a moment for it to come through, but if it doesn't, then I don't know. Maybe it's bugged. VR chat sometimes doesn't... I don't sometimes receive requests, like even though people send them. It could be a whole bunch of bugs related to VR chat sending requests with people, and I don't know. Yeah. I want a fursuit too, a dragon fursuit. You may be able to find a local fursuit maker in your area for a good deal. Just make sure that you actually look into who they are and all that. But yeah. But honestly, if you can save up for a fursuit, you can easily save up for a decent computer as well at some point. whatever works out for you. There's no rush. Normally social, I see like a friends request thing here, but no, none. Okay. Odd. Yeah. Yeah, it's been 1 hour of streaming. Wow. But yeah, like, it works out. Whatever way works for you, man. Oh, that thing's about to spin up. Just a moment. I'm going to go to here, respawn. I want to grab something. Oh. There's one thing my parents never all understand. To put it this way, I just do my own thing. Like, if people don't like it, then, well, bad luck for them, I guess. They're just going to have to put up with it. Because, you should be able to do whatever you want in life as long as it's not going to actually physically hurt anyone or anything. As long as you're not breaking any, legal reason, all that stuff. No reason why you can't. As long as you are financially stable, in other terms, you're making enough money to survive, you're paying for everything you need to pay for, and all that sort of stuff, your parents should understand that you should have the right to spend your money how you choose, as long as you're, actually capable of financially supporting yourself. Yeah. Yeah. And let's go back here. Whoa. Damn. Sounds like something was like spinning, like something was spinning up on the other side of that door. That was a crazy sound. And you need to tell your parents something. Grow up. Because people need to be able to have their own freedoms in life. Like, heck, I'd tell them that myself. Literally. I'm the kind of person who will do that. Because, like, I see people always constantly trying to tell people how to live their lives, and someone who's grown up around people who are controlling and manipulative. I'm not going to get into the details of that because honestly it's old drama, and honestly it needs to stay underground. Yeah, simple thing is, it's better to just be able to just live a happy life and tell people that who don't like what you do pretty much to go get their own life, go get their own hobbies. Because if you really want to be happy, you shouldn't have to abide to every single will and whim that someone else wants. But that's all up to you, bud. And if you manage to find your own place or somewhere more fitting for you, then you'll be able to do whatever you want within the reasonable factors of the rules of the world or wherever you are in the world. They have almost of my... It's just said and done with them. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I honestly think a lot of people should be able to tell people, like, even their family, to essentially, you know, give them a break in the most nicest sense. Because honestly, if you try to help people in the wrong ways by trying to control their lives too much, you just kind of, you're going to end up doing more harm than good in a way, you know? Yeah. Hello, Jack AK. Hope you're having a good day and seeing you around here. They help me out a lot in other ways, though. That's good. I understand, you know, parents, they can be a bit of a growing up with certain people in my life and all that. Like, I understand, you know, some of them will try and help, but and then other ways they can be a nuisance, is the bestest way of putting it. Let me see. Social. Yeah, I don't see any requests. Here, Brian. I just see. Nothing. So I don't know where you are at, bud. Like, yeah. So things were out of my life because my life. Yeah. A good day so far. Are you just checking live streams to see what I like? Okay. I'm doing good. Yeah, I don't see a name there here, Brian. I just looked. If you're online, I don't see anyone by the name Herobrine27 coming up in my social. I'm just gonna check there. Yeah. You sure you got the right name? You sure you didn't just accidentally try and friend request some random person? Because sometimes that does happen. Just make sure you get the right person. I don't have any numbers at the end of my name, or anything. It's just Vulcanax. Let me double check. Social. Profile. Yeah. Just the same spell as on YouTube. VOLKINAXE. No numbers, no spaces, nothing. Same avatar I'm using right now? Okay. I don't know. Honestly, I have no clue what's going on there. Yeah. Jack, okay, yeah, it's fair enough. You know, if you're just checking out streams to see what you like. I do plan on streaming some other games as well. Like, before I was playing a bit more of VR chat, I was playing some Fallout 4, which was, it was okay. I may play some others. But yeah, I don't see any requests here, Brian, because they normally come up in a notification tab here. And I normally will even see like a little notification thing. Yeah. Let me just try something. Worlds. Okay, I want to select a world that I've got here. I'll select a nice open area. New instance. Friends. Go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just think that something's going on with the VR chat, or something's just, yeah. Oh well. Okay, let me just check that again. No, I don't. Oh well. I am no clue as to why. But I've had this happen a couple times, but I'm not too sure as of why that is or exactly what's going on. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. Oh well, never mind. I I find it really hard to do that when I'm on PC VR. When I'm on VR itself, like if I'm on desktop mode, I'd probably do it, but for now I can't because I'm on VR mode. I may try later on. Just DM me your username and I'll have a go at it later on. But no luck if that. But yeah, I'm clueless. Yeah. Just a moment. Yeet. No, wrong one. Didn't manage it. Seriously, I can't grab anything with these new controllers until I actually. There we go. Just wanted to yeet that away. But yeah, I may try after I've done, but I'll have to take my head, like disconnect the headset and then try, because doing it on VR itself sucks because there's not really any decent keyboards in VR. Like they need to make one that doesn't involve me having to sit there clicking each individual key with one controller at a time, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. That's something they could make a mod for or could do something for. Like this mirror is, for me, it's a bit buggy to put it lightly. But yeah, I don't need it. It'd be better if you DM it to me in Discord, is what I mean, because it will just get lost there. Yeah. How long have I been on? 1 hour. Yeah. I wonder who else is online though, just to see. Oh, that's me. I sneeze. Have you ever watched Humans of VR Azil Seymour, where people chat and talk about their life? No clue who those are. I don't watch a lot of other YouTubers who do VR. I just, doesn't really appeal to me. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Meh. Okay, but yeah, like, I'll take a look at that in a bit. And see what's going on there. But I don't really know. Just sometimes things just bug out. I don't know. Yeet. There we go. Interviews with random people on VR about different problems and questions. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen some sort of a video like that a long time ago, but eh. I may do interviews on VR chat. It wouldn't be about anything kind of similar. Like, I'd try and do something different. Maybe interview other furries on VR chat, because that kind of be cool. Like, I do know someone, but yeah, he had an issue recently. He had his account had issues with his Steam account. I won't say the name of the individual, but yeah, someone that I was helping had a issue. Hello, harmless bird. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. I'm actually on schedule for once when it comes to live streaming. Yeah. Got new controllers, which are they do have their upsides, but they do have a couple downsides, which I may be able to fix through changing some controller settings. But honestly, they're all right. They're really comfortable. Like in terms of a 1 out of 10, like a 9 out of 10 scale, like a 1 out of 10 scale, 1 to 10 scale, sorry. The controllers are really comfy. Like, they're a 9. Like, they're not perfect 10. Like, there's a few small things that do kind of make them a little bit uncomfortable, but they're perfect for me. You don't remember me. Sorry. That's a problem with me. I forget names. I associate people first by face, and then over time I eventually associate them by name. It's just who I am. I don't know if it's something to do with the mental conditions that I have, or just me in general. Like, I guess some people have different ways of remembering people. Think of it for me, I remember, like, some people may notice my voice, or certain actions I do in VR chat, such as the way I move, or how I look at them, or something. I'm sorry, like, I never mean any kind of hate to you. Like, I try to remember, but it's just something that happens to me where I forget. Yeah. It's mainly also because I do so much during the day. Like, editing a video one moment, and I'm probably watching something, looking at how to do something, how to fix something. And, yeah, unfortunately, names kind of are harder for me to stick in my mind. And, yeah, it's just, I guess my mind prioritizes things in a certain way. It's just like, for instance, how some people try to remember their bank number over their phone number, or something important to them. Like, something really important that they must try and remember. Passwords and all that. I try to obviously remember the most. And yeah. I'm the other New Zealander who you were Having fun washing them paws. Sorry. Brain went foggy. That's been me lately. Like, a few of my friends suffer from it, but I don't know what it is for me because I never got. Haven't got the. I haven't gotten C19. But one of my friends got it, and they got something called brain fog. I don't know if it's anything to do with that. Like, I'm not saying that it is, but I just forget things. And yeah. Sorry. I just lately I've been having issues remembering things. Yeah. I don't mean it in any way, shape or form to be rude. I'm serious about that. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or underlooked or in any way ignored. I do understand that, it can be a little frustrating for others. Very bright pink Nardo. Maybe that rings a little bit of a bell. You see, for me, I remember people by face. So if they have like different profile pictures and names, it gets very confusing very quickly for me to remember. But like, not saying that you have to do that. I'm not going to try and get you to cater to my whims or needs at all. But I do remember things through face and visual a little bit clearer. That's all up to you if you ever choose to do that. I'm never going to ask you for that. That's up to you. That's how you personally display yourself on the internet, and I respect it. Yeah. But it does ring a bell. It does ring a bell. I'm sorry if I, yeah. I just, my memory sometimes is like that, where I just forget things. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah. Not really great with names either. Yeah, I I understand it really. Like, I think mentally for most people, they associate a name with a face or something particular about a person, something that makes them stand out. It's like a fingerprint. That's the best way to look at it. The unique thing that makes them who they are. Like, sometimes names are memorable either because of the way they are, like the way they're spelt, or because you've been around that person long enough you've gotten to know either the first 3 or 4 letters of their name. And you at least remember that. A face or something. Yeah, thanks. Like, yeah. Meh. Well, it's quite beautiful. It's like Japanese cherry blossom trees everywhere. Like, right here is one of them. Meh. That'd be quite beautiful. We've got something similar to here, but they don't go this kind of color. They're just willow trees. Think of a willow tree kind of like a giant green version of that. The leaves all kind of hang down and bend down like that. But yeah, they do look beautiful nonetheless. Especially on a really nice day, like a nice like spring day when all the leaves are nice and green, and Yeah, they look beautiful. Yeah, this one's a very simple world. It's all they're using it. It's all polygon based, so it's very simple for rendering. Some polygon worlds can be a little bit more complex, but this one's very basic. I think this one's quest capable, so you can join this or go to this world if you're on a quest or any other standalone headset. I do know there are other standalone headsets, but I don't know much about them. They're either so uncommon that no one has really bothered to use them. Yeah, I have no idea on those. Yeah. But I do know Steam is making a standalone VR headset at some point. I'm not holding my breath on it, but it would be a better option, obviously. You'd have to spend a little bit more, but you get what you want. You get a bit better for your money, I would think. Like, the Steam Deck honestly looks like a pretty decent standalone PC, so yeah, that would be a cool thing as well to have one day, once the prices are down a bit. They're not exactly for sale here in New Zealand yet, but I guess technically someone could, like, if I was to buy one, I could, like, send someone the money that I trust and know well enough, and they could buy it for me if I so wanted to. But I don't need a new PC at the moment, and like I don't normally play a lot of like handheld consoles. Like I have thought about it. Like, you know, at most I may emulate a couple games on my phone because, you know, they're a little bit more cheaper. It's a lot cheaper running an emulator on your phone. Yeah. And honestly, mostly it's a lot more better of it overall because emulated games, these like finding new games for on your phone these days, most of them are just money machines. If you know what I mean, it's like I'd rather, you know, get a decent emulator for whatever game kind that you want. PSP. There is a PS2 emulator, but you need a very powerful phone for that. But there is PSP one, and it's pretty good. I've used it a while back. I need to reinstall that stuff at some point, and get it working again. But it is very fun, and you can be able to play all kinds of cool games. Yeah, and use them as a handheld. Oh, yeah. It is pretty cool though. Like, you get able to use a yeah. Although I may end up getting a controller for my phone, so like you can plug it into the phone and it turns it into essentially like what looks like a little handheld PSP. Essentially a little controlled handheld computer, which would be pretty cool. Yeah. Hello.
You remember now?
Yeah. So you see, your name's actually a little different on YouTube. There's a gap between it, so that's probably half the reason as well for me. My memory is just is just that bad. Sorry, bud. Like, honestly, I forget quite a lot of stuff. I have to go back and look at things constantly. Yeah. Yeah, so there's no real hate to you, man. Huh? Hmm? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think he crashed.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
I'm stuck in my DC. I couldn't be bothered turning on my...
Oh, you're on desktop. Okay. Okay. It's all good. No real hate.
I literally just popped in to say hi.
Hey, bud. Thank you. It's alright, man. Yeah, I have... I just have really bad memory when it comes to names. Like, I honestly, like, I just, yeah. But I hope you've been doing well, Nolan. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, like, I honestly would like to see what a Steam VR headset would look like, a standalone one.
Yeah.
Like, if it
I'm
ends
kind
up,
of envisioning like a Steam Deck strapped to your face.
I bet they will somehow utilize the Steam Deck in some way for it. So you'd plug it in for a bit of extra computing power and battery power, perhaps. Maybe. Like, I can see that
Right,
being.
back to your stream now.
Yeah. Thank you, bud. And hey, I don't mind you dropping in on stream. It honestly makes it more interesting for everyone. Thanks.
Avatars.
Yeah. Feel free to clone this. If you want any avatar that I've been using, just ask. Because they're all, the ones that I'm using currently are just all public. So, yeah. I have cloning turned on. Yeah. But yeah, thanks, bud. Sorry about that old commotion. We just, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like, honestly, I could see them using the Steam VR alongside of alongside of it as a bit of extra computing power for it, or something else.
I mean, they could probably adapt the Steam VR to fit into a Oculus shaped headset.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be.
I would guarantee you, it would be the same kind of similar deal to the Steam Deck, maybe same hardware even, but yeah, the main problem with a lot of them is they use mobile chips, and these ones seem to use more proper, powerful, chips. They're not just grabbing something off the shelf that was designed for a phone. They're grabbing something that was more designed for something the equivalent of a laptop or a.
The Steam Deck uses like an actual, PC.
Yeah, uses a more proper PC style chips. Yeah, but like, if you could get the same deal with what you got on the Steam Deck into a VR headset along with its cooling, which isn't going to take much. Like, you'd hear a little, but oh well.
I already hear that sometimes the Oculus.
Like, if you've got like a little fan in your headset, you could actually kind of take advantage of that somehow and use it to cycle air through the face, around your face, to stop it from fogging up. Because that's the problem with a lot of VR headsets, is actually they have an issue where they actually will fog up. Though it does seem to only happen when it's like really hot or really like misted, or like, it depends on the environment around, like humidity and all that. Yeah. But oh well. Yeah. It'd be interesting, though. It really would be. Yeah. Been here before?
This world is This world is way more people like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. Honestly, you get to you can change all the settings there, like post effects if it helps your computer to run a little smoother and all that. But yeah. Overall, very nice little world. Especially for streaming, it doesn't. Like, what is my PC sitting at currently? 45, around 40 to 45 FPS. That's pretty good for when I'm doing a stream in a large world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it obviously does drop the more people. It does drop more, obviously, with people joining, especially if they've got like really complex avatars. But oh well. You just gotta take it out as half the time. Yeah. Boop 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 boop. Yeah.
It's so weird being back on this. It just doesn't feel right.
I know what you mean. Like when my headset died on me, I just was like, oh well. Like it's okay, especially if you just want to like chat with people and you want to browse the web at the same time. Well, like literally one screen for browsing the web, the other for just watching everyone on VR chat. Perfect. But yeah,
No, I've still got your stream on my TV.
lol. Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to buy a PC monitor, just buy a decent TV and then set it up your PC right next to that. Bingo.
That's what I did.
Perfect. You got yourself all that extra screen space. I find it funny some people think you can't plug a computer into a PC. Maybe back in the 1980s when they had like extremely different plugs and there were no adapters for those plugs.
Adapters.
Yeah. It would have been very hard to find adapters back in the 90s. But now these days you can plug pretty much any PC into any monitor and you'll be able to somehow convert it from an analog to a digital signal and so on. And
It kind of sucks because I have this like I think that's a 55-inch TV sitting above me, like
yeah.
above my laptop.
Yep.
It's dead.
Oh. Earth. Yeah. Yeah, it happens from time to time. Your old TVs will give out. I find it funny. A lot of the PC monitors that I haven't had too many issues. It was just getting them to connect, getting a cable to connect them to. Because one of my monitors is an older one that doesn't have HDMI or display or all your digital connections. It uses the older analog ones like VGA and what is the other one that's got on it is the one I'm using currently is DVI, which is like essentially it looks like a VGA cable. It's just like two little screws on the side and it plugs in. Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. The cable that I had before, I had to use a VGA cable. Then it would go into a adapter that was for for the display port on my computer's graphics card, and that adapter was awful because if you such as slightly bump it, it will shut off.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was just a cheap little It was like a cheap little $20 connector I got from AliExpress. There you go, folks. Why you don't use AliExpress for adapters? Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's a thing that I'm not going to be buying.
Invest in a quality adapter, you'll save
Yeah.
a lot of time.
I was like, either get a $30 adapter or get a $17 cord. I went with the other option of actually just getting a proper cord. Because I didn't want to deal with adapters anymore because they looked exactly the same as the ones I purchased. And I was like, buy something from China and it may be trash, or buy something from China and it may be trash. Just the same price. And I was like, I feel like buying a cable because there's a lot less that can go wrong with them, like connectors wise. And yeah, like yeah. Although sometimes, yeah, it's like, whoops, wrong cable. Oh, it was too short. So I ended up going to a store and going, hey, do you have a cable a bit longer than a foot long? And eventually I went to the right store and they wandered out to the back of the store. And I heard them mumbling around, like one of them must be like the manager or something, like store owner. And then this lady came back with, here you go, this should work. And I was like, how much? You can have it. I got that cable for free. Yeah, I got a cable for free. It was just
didn't want it.
like it was just a white, like it was just a black cable with white plugs, and they said this should do the trick. If it doesn't, bring it back. And I was like, thank you so much. Like it didn't have any packaging. It was just the cable, just a cable all looped up. And it's like,
They really
perfect.
just wanted to get rid of that thing.
Yeah. I find it interesting. Like, a lot of people like don't appreciate all the older tech that we've got around us, because a lot of that older tech still works perfectly. Like, for instance, the old square display that I've got. It's not a cathode or a big ray tube TV. It's a actual like flat screen, and that thing literally, actually still works perfectly fine. Like, it may not be like the highest definition. Like, my other display is like a 1080p. That's probably like that may actually be a 1080p display. Actually, I may have to think of that. Like, but it's a square display. You actually get more room on that than the rectangle ones. And I think it looks a lot better, actually, when you've got that actual proper square display. Especially for a PC. But yeah, I do have a standard rectangular display, but since my headset's got a HDMI plug, my PC doesn't have a spare HDMI slot. It's just got display, one HDMI, and then one VGA. Not VGA, DVI. And that's it. So the only way I could do it is if I can get a high quality adapter or a display to HDMI cable. I can just plug between the two. Yeah. Yeah. Hero Brian says he wants VR. Wants to do VR. Yeah. Honestly, Hero Brian, if you do manage to get yourself a decent headset, like the ones that I've got, you'll probably do pretty good. Like, I'm just using an HDMI headset, and it's working alright. Yeah. The Windows headsets, actually I haven't had too many issues with them. Like, yeah.
If I had the money, I probably would have bought one of them instead.
$200 on... This one's secondhand, $200 on Trade Me. That's dirt cheap. Yeah. I haven't had too many issues with Trade Me. Like, they do have good amounts of, like, return deal, like, policies and all that, and if something was to be, like, broken when I get it, there would probably be something I could do then. Where if it's eBay, I have to ship it all the way back to the country of origin, which would most likely be somewhere in the US, and that would cost quite a bit, and all the rest, and yeah. But if it's within New Zealand, it's a lot more cheaper.
Yeah, I've had pretty good trade me, nothing bad.
For the most part, most of the things I purchased, except for what was it? Oh, a slingshot that I ordered, that I got. That thing was, I had to actually essentially finish it up, essentially. So some slingshots are made from like a piece of steel bar that's like bent into the shape of a slingshot, and these ones are really sturdy, but they didn't like sand off a few things. They could have put better quality paracord on it, and also the rubbers that came with it were, put it this way, a set of thick rubber bands, like from just like, just like large rubber bands, were better quality than the ones that they used. Yeah, like office grade rubber bands that you use to like hold a roll of council issue rubbish bags together. You know those ones? Big thick ones? Those are better quality than the ones they used. Yeah. Boy slingshots are fun, you just set up a whole bunch of targets and sling things at them. I use, for ammo, ball bearings. Like, you just find some large thing that's got a heap of ball bearings in it and tear that apart to get the ball bearings out. And marbles. Just to be a little bit careful with glass marbles, because they send shrapnel everywhere. So you just gotta be careful with them.
Ouch.
Yeah. The targets I normally prefer shooting at are things like a cardboard box full of dirt or sand or something like that, so that it'll stop it properly. That way it's nice and safe. find a nice like bank or something you can like sling into. So it's just yeah. Don't want to do it on your yard, otherwise when you go to mow it, you're going to end up slinging whatever you just slung onto the yard. Yeah, that, or you could use plastic shot, which are designed to be a lot more safer and lighter weight, so they'll only fly a certain distance and then just drop. They're kind of like a giant airsoft pellet is the best way to look at them. And I don't think they're designed for airsoft. Although people have used paintballs with slingshots because they splat. So it's like, as long as you're wearing a face protection and all that, you're good. It's only wearing a proper paintball mask. Which I've done paintball and that's fun. Although you get a couple bruises, boy is it fun when you manage to get someone right on the right on the front of the visor of their helmet, and it just leaves this big. Like, and this is like a guy that's sitting like, yeah, that's why I always wear a face protection all times.
Yeah, I know. I wore the face protection and it leaked through it.
Oh, it went all through, like just like gooed everywhere. Yeah, they're really gooey. Yeah, but it's better than it doing some harm to you, like just getting a bit of that slime on you. It's the same stuff. I think it's like cornstarch mixed with food dye, if I remember right. So it's all like, and the outside case of the paintball is actually made of the same thing. Pills, the pill casings are made out of. It's all like biodegradable, so it just breaks down.
Someone in your chat is confused as why you recommended the stream. But...
Hey, bud. YouTube recommends stuff randomly to people if they think it likes it. Welcome to the YouTube algorithm. It is a very... You must have just been interested in VR chat or furries. So, yeah. It happens. But oh well. Yeah.
I'm gonna head off the game because I really need to go make...
Mate.
I'm really hungry.
Hey, bud.
But I'll continue watching the stream.
Yeah. You go get yourself something to eat, and it was fun hanging out with you. I'm probably going to actually...
It is. It's a win.
I'm actually probably going to get going shortly myself. So, yeah, it's fun hanging out with you, and take care of yourself. Go get yourself something nice to eat, and I'll see you later. Yeah. Don't be afraid to... Okay, it's all good. No rush. Just, yeah.
Still very, very sick.
Oh, hey, bud. Do yourself a favor and just take care of yourself. Okay?
Super parfait. That's what I'm having.
Good idea. Plenty of that, and yeah. Bro, I'm Brazilian. Oh. Well, hello from Brazil, I guess. Hello from New Zealand, I'm saying. Sorry. Yeah. The internet is a wonderful and weird and sometimes crazy place. So YouTube will just randomly recommend things to you. Especially if you've watched someone else's video like it, or if you've watched one of my videos before, YouTube will recommend that video to you. It's called an AI algorithm. So it's kind of like, say you click on the picture of a dog. YouTube will go, okay, you like that dog. Here's another dog. It works kind of like that. Yeah. That's just... You go get yourself something to eat and take care of yourself. And I hope you get well soon, bud. Yeah. Whee! Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, jump high in this world.
You fly in this, man?
I don't think so, but one of the avatars I do have does have something called Collider Flight.
You can always try.
Yeah. I don't know if this one actually does have a Varley flight. I actually don't. I'll have to figure that out. I'll go to one of the worlds I know for 100% sure has a Varley flight, and then I'll try it, and then I'll know, okay, this one has... Oh yeah, that one does have a Varley flight, so you'll be able to use that. Yeah. I understand. 1 out of every 50 worlds.
I should probably actually leave now instead.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, but I don't speak Brazilian. Or what is it? Sorry, it's not Brazilian. Sorry, I'm trying to be kind. Long day. I don't speak, or yeah, that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be rude to you. But yeah, you can look it up. If anything, there's probably videos that describe how the algorithm works. Probably even one or two by YouTube themselves officially that may go into like the algorithm itself to a certain degree, but I'm no professional at it. I just know that if you look at one thing, it will probably recommend something that is the same or similar in a way. But that's all the best way I can describe it, sorry. It's just YouTube does weird things. I wish it worked better too, by the way. But, It is what it is. Like, for better or worse, you know. I enjoy the most of it. But yeah, I hope you're having a good time and a good day where you are in the world. Because I'm honestly having a pretty decent day. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave it off here, guys. It's been great stream this way. It's been quite nice. Quite chill. Yeah. You watch anti-furry YouTube videos. I'll send... Cool, send the opposite. Lol. YouTube will do this to anyone. I'm not going to bother around, as long as you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. It's as simple as it is. I am not someone who will go after people unless I have a really good reason to. So, bud, I'm going to pretty much put it this way. I don't have any hatred towards you. And honestly, I hope you're the same. Anyways, everyone has their rights to their own opinions. As long as you are nice to others, others will be nice to you. Yeah. This world is big enough for everyone to live on. And as long as we respect each other, I don't have any problem with it. You don't have to like me. Don't have to appreciate what I do. But you know one thing? I can admit that not everything is ever perfect. No one is ever perfect. No fandom is ever perfect. But you know what can be done? Looking past our flaws and differences. And making better decisions. Try and use Google Translator to chat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I do wish there was a better way to chat with people on from other language barriers. Like, I do know there is like text that normally, like, if you are watching YouTube videos, text normally would come up if you select the captions on some videos that have it. But I don't know if there isn't a way to translate it. And I know this because I tried watching a video from another creator who I think was from France or something. I was watching just a gardening video. There was no way for me to understand what he was saying, because when you try using the text that is put into the video, it's just in their language. So I can't click on it and go, oh, here's the translation of it, which is unfortunate. Some YouTubers who are in other parts of the world who don't speak English will sometimes put other translations into English. But it's not an easy thing because you've got to learn that other language. But, yeah. But yeah, it's all good. Hello, Cheto the Loop. I hope you're having a brilliant day. I'm sorry I'm about to actually finish the stream, but I think I'll hang around just a little longer. Yeah, it's actually been 2 hours. I was actually planning on having a 1 hour stream, but oh well. I'm enjoying this. But yeah, I've been enjoying having a good stream, and like, it's good to see different people from all walks of life, honestly. And yeah, I may not always agree with everyone, but it's something I will agree with. This world is a pretty impressive place. I'm doing virtual reality to an entire bunch of people on the internet from the comfort of my home and enjoying it. And other people may be doing other things. Like, for instance, someone may be gaming it up with their friends on, what's that recent game? Elden Ring, something like that. There's a new game everyone's gone crazy over because they like it. And honestly, if you like that game, good on you. Enjoying a new game. Yeah. A lot of people out there who enjoy just doing furry stuff and other stuff in general. Like, for instance, for me, I've been able to enjoy computer technology with others that I've been talking with. Been able to get a few games running on a Linux computer, so I can able to play a custom game. So if anyone's played Fallout 4 or any of the other Fallout games, yeah. One of the Fallout games that I play is actually someone actually made a little terminal game, the little hacking game that's in Fallout games. Someone made it so that it could be played on a Linux terminal, and I got it to run on 2 different Linux devices, one being my laptop and another being a Raspberry Pi 4 Model B with a touch display. So I can able to play that game literally on a touch display. The little terminal game. It's just a little bunch of serial text that appears on the screen, and think of it kind of like a word Scrabble or something. It's a good game to keep your mind thinking, or when you're bored. Think of it like, for me, kind of like the equivalent of solitaire. For me, it's one of those things. I've got to figure out which text is, say one of them has one of the words is like dog, and the other one is maybe bog, and one of those words will have has one of the words in it. It's hard to describe, but if you look at it into it, you may be able to figure out more. I'm terrible with describing things sometimes, but if you've played Fallout games, then you'll know what I'm talking about. In terms of the console game, or little hack games. Yeah, if you like doing that. Yeah. But hey guys, thank you for hanging around with me today. I do appreciate everyone who joined in on the stream and also has been enjoying this chat. To everyone who's been watching, I hope you have a brilliant day, night, or whatever time it is, I'm going to get going. And also, don't forget to check out all the links below in the description. If you wish to help me out, there's all kinds of stuff there that can help me out. Heck, you can even mail me at my PO box. I will open it up in a video in the future. So if you so choose to, thank you. All is very much appreciated, and all is very much accepted. Have a brilliant day, and see us all around. Bye.